But here in South Africa, tens of thousands of people braved the torrential rains in Johannesburg's FNB Stadium to remember Nelson Mandela, cheering, crying out, rising to their feet in a common tribute to the man who set their nation free. A giant of history, President Obama called him. We shall not see the like of him again. And in the true spirit of reconciliation, Mr. Obama himself even shook hands with America's nemesis, Cuban leader Raul Castro. Our foreign affairs correspondent, Jonathan Miller, has this.
By 7 a.m., Soweto's Soccer City Stadium was pumping. It actually felt like a football crowd warming up for the World Cup final. But the chants were the giveaway. Mandela, you're my president. For hours they sang in praise of their mighty Mandela. This was to be the biggest send-off in history, bigger than JFK, Churchill or John Paul II. This crowd clearly had no intention of this being too somber, too formal.
Well, if anybody thought this was going to be a doleful occasion, get a load of this. South Africans do not do dirges. For hours, they've been making enough of a racket here to wake up all the ancestors. And it would definitely have brought that legendary Madiba twinkle to his eye.
The heavens were weeping, though. Incessant rain falling in stair rods since dawn. In traditional African culture, this was a good omen. The gates of heaven had opened for Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela.
I'm not crying today. I'm happy that I've got rights and I know them. I'm what I am because of that man.
Had it not been of Mandela, we wouldn't be where we are, not only South Africa, but the entire continent of Africa and the entire world. And we have come here to pay tribute, and to give honor and our last respect to him. Whether it's raining, hail or storm, we will be here to pay tribute to Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela.
From last night, we told ourselves that we're going to be here and we're going to be part of this historical moment. And I took so many photos. I'll show my kids, my great-grandkids, I'll frame them.
The Mandela tribe, South Africa's royal family, arrives. They've patched up their differences, the excruciating feuding behind them now. The great patriarch can now rest in peace. His second wife, Winnie Madikizela Mandela, embraced his third wife, Graça Machel, a deeply touching, poignant moment between two women who had both loved him deeply. Some of the 18 Mandela grandchildren spoke lovingly of their tata, gone from their eyes, but not from their hearts.
You are lodged in our memories. You tower over the world like a comet, leaving streaks of light for us to follow. We salute you. Madiba, Kala, Kadlomo, Kanxeko, Kantande, Kamguti, Katetume, Kamvelase, Kamthembu.
She called out the names of the Madiba sub-clans, branches of the family tree. Representatives of more than 100 nations were here. Presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens and sheikhs. The great and the good and the not so good. Party pics were taken, even presidential selfies. Absences? Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the trip cost too much. The Dalai Lama wasn't there either. China is an important investor. Oh, and no sign of President Putin. But Bono was there, and Naomi Campbell, and Charlize Theron. Ban Ki-moon, the UN Secretary General, got a big cheer. He looked a little surprised. But it was Barack Obama who stole the Madiba show. As he strode to the podium, he grasped the hand of President Raul Castro of Cuba. Madiba magic, some ventured, opening the doors of diplomatic rapprochement. Obama's oratory soared.
Over 30 years ago, while still a student, I learned of Nelson Mandela and the struggles taking place in this beautiful land. And it stirred something in me. It woke me up to my responsibilities, to others and to myself. And it set me on an improbable journey that finds me here today. And while I will always fall short of Madiba's example, he makes me want to be a better man. He speaks to what's best inside us. There are too many people who happily embrace Madiba's legacy of racial reconciliation, but passionately resist even modest reforms that would challenge chronic poverty and growing inequality. There are too many leaders who claim solidarity with Madiba's struggle for freedom, but do not tolerate dissent from their own people.
In stark contrast to the cheers for Obama, South African President Jacob Zuma, once again under a cloud of corruption allegations, was repeatedly heckled and booed by sections of the crowd. By now, the stadium was half empty. It was as though the energy had been sucked out of the whole event. The rain fell, the heckling continued, and those who remained became restless.
Can we keep silent, please? Right up there.
Mandela's fellow Nobel laureate and former Soweto neighbour, Archbishop Desmond Tutu, had no official role on the programme today, but he was asked to give the final benediction.
Now I want to show the world, which has come out here to celebrate the life of an extraordinary icon. We want to say thank you to that world, but you must show that world that we are disciplined.
And with that, it was pretty much over. The end of the day strangely flat after the boisterous start. The rain still came down, but there were no rainbows. A great tree had fallen. Jonathan Miller, Channel 4 News, Soweto.